If you're over 60 and watching this right now, I want you to think back to that quiet moment last week when you sat down with your morning coffee, reached for the newspaper, and the print just swam before your eyes. The letters blurred together, forcing you to squint or push the page farther away. And in that instant, a wave of frustration hit you. Not just annoyance, but a deeper fear that this is how it's going to be from now on. Maybe it's not only your vision. Perhaps you wake up exhausted despite a full night's sleep, or you find yourself making extra trips to the bathroom in the middle of the night, or that familiar thirst lingers no matter how much you drink. These aren't random signs of getting older. They're your body's urgent whispers that excess sugar has been quietly accumulating, damaging delicate tissues and stealing the clarity and vitality you once took for granted. I've heard this story countless times in my practice from wonderful folks just like you. Retired teachers who can't read bedtime stories to their grandkids without strain. Active grandparents who hesitate to plan family outings because fatigue creeps in too soon. Kind-hearted people who worry they're becoming a burden instead of the strong presence their loved ones need. The mystery that keeps so many awake is why these symptoms persist even when you've cut back on desserts, walked the neighborhood faithfully, and followed your doctor's advice. What if the key to turning this around isn't another pill or drastic diet change, but something remarkably simple you can do first thing in the morning? I remember Margaret, a 70-year-old from Ohio, who came to me feeling defeated. Her vision had deteriorated so much she stopped driving to see her daughter. Her energy was gone by noon, and her blood sugar readings were climbing despite medication. We introduced one straightforward morning habit, and within weeks her eyesight sharpened enough to renew her license. Her mornings felt brighter, and her doctor called the improvement remarkable. Her fasting levels dropped significantly without any increase in prescriptions. Stories like Margaret's remind me why I share this information. Because you deserve to reclaim those clear mornings, steady energy, and the freedom to live fully in your later years. This isn't about hype or overnight miracles. It's about gently supporting your body's own wisdom to restore balance before the day begins. Today I'm going to walk you through the hidden cause that's often missed, the everyday solution hiding in your kitchen, exactly how to use it, and a small ritual to make the benefits last. You can start feeling the difference sooner than you think. Now that we've touched on the real impact these symptoms have, let's uncover what's truly happening beneath the surface, so you can see why change is possible. The hidden driver here isn't simply the years adding up or a sweet tooth from decades past. It's a process called glycation, where stray sugar molecules in your bloodstream latch onto proteins like barnacles on a ship's hull, forming advanced glycation end products that stiffen tissues and spark low-grade inflammation. In your eyes, this leads to retinal hypoxia, where tiny blood vessels get damaged and oxygen-starved, causing that frustrating blur and making reading or watching television a struggle. Your kidneys sense the overload and pull water to dilute it, triggering thirst and frequent urination that disrupts your rest. Over time, this sticky damage spreads to nerves and vessels, draining energy and raising risks further. A common myth among seniors is that high blood sugar is inevitable with age, something you manage but never truly improve, or that aggressive calorie cuts and intense workouts are the only paths forward. The truth is far more hopeful. Your body still has powerful mechanisms to regulate glucose, but with age, they need gentle reinforcement rather than overhaul. The dawn phenomenon plays a big role here, Around 3 to 8 in the morning, hormones like cortisol signal your liver to release stored glucose for energy, a normal rise that becomes problematic when insulin response is sluggish, allowing levels to spike unchecked. Expensive exotic supplements often target single pathways, but miss the full picture, delivering isolated compounds your aging digestion absorbs poorly. In contrast, addressing the issue at dawn with natural aids helps your liver process that morning surge efficiently, preventing glycation from advancing and keeping your blood flowing like a clean, steady river instead of a clogged stream. This understanding moves you from resignation to empowerment, explaining why so many feel trapped and how a targeted morning practice can interrupt the cycle, protecting your vision, kidneys, and overall vitality one quiet sunrise at a time. With that clarity in mind, the good news is you don't need rare imports or costly bottles from online stores. The most effective support comes from 5 humble items you can pick up at any local grocery for next to nothing. And they often outperform fancy supplements because they deliver a complete symphony of nutrients exactly as nature packages them. Fresh lemons top the list. Squeeze half into warm water for citric acid that stimulates your liver to clear excess glucose, while vitamin C and bioflavonoids fight oxidative damage more holistically than synthetic versions alone. Raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar, with the mother intact, provides acetic acid that enhances insulin sensitivity and slows sugar absorption. Studies showing it can meaningfully lower fasting levels without the digestive issues or poor uptake common with isolated chromium or berberine pills. Ceylon cinnamon, the gentler variety found in most spice aisles, offers polyphenols that mimic insulin's action, helping cells welcome glucose and reducing morning spikes in ways isolated extracts struggle to match due to bioavailability challenges in older adults. Fresh ginger root brings gingerols that ease vascular inflammation and support circulation, protecting against retinal issues better than processed powders that lose potency. Turmeric powder rounds it out with curcumin, a strong shield against glycation that safeguards proteins from sugar binding, especially potent when combined with these others for synergy no single high-priced capsule replicates. These everyday heroes shine because they're whole foods. Your body recognizes and utilizes their full matrix of enzymes, fibers, and cofactors for superior absorption and fewer side effects. At pennies per day, they restore control without dependency on expensive regimens that often disappoint. My patients consistently share that these simple staples bring steadier readings and more noticeable relief than premium products ever did, proving accessibility and wisdom win for lasting senior wellness. Knowing the ingredients is one thing. Timing and technique make all the difference in unlocking their power. The core timing rule is sacred. Prepare and drink this one glass within the first 30 minutes of waking on an empty stomach before anything else passes your lips. This window catches your body in its natural fasting state, when your liver is primed to release and clear glucose from the overnight fast and dawn surge. Delivering the lemon's acidity, vinegar's acetic compounds, cinnamon's blood sugar-mimicking polyphenols, ginger's anti-inflammatory warmth, and turmeric's protective curcumin right then, interrupts excess release, promotes gentle flushing through the kidneys, and sets metabolism on a balanced course for hours. Here's precisely how. Warm 8 ounces of filtered water, not hot enough to destroy delicate enzymes, just comfortably soothing. To enhance intestinal blood flow and nutrient uptake far better than cold drinks that can constrict vessels and have effectiveness. Add the juice of half a lemon, 1 teaspoon of raw apple cider vinegar, 1/4 teaspoon each of cinnamon and turmeric, and a small grating of fresh ginger. Stir thoroughly and sip slowly over 5 to 10 minutes, allowing gradual absorption without overwhelming your system. Wait 20 to 30 minutes before breakfast or coffee to let the mixture work undisturbed. Rushing food or adding sweetener triggers an insulin response that undoes the flush. Common errors that erase benefits include using pasteurized vinegar without the mother, non-organic lemons with pesticide residues that tax detoxification, or inconsistent daily practice that prevents cumulative repair. Listen to your body. Many report diminished thirst quickly and more even energy as the blood river runs clearer. If you monitor glucose, compare before and after a week for objective proof. These precise steps ensure the drink doesn't merely pass through, but actively nurtures absorption, avoids interference, and becomes a reliable shield against daily sugar stress. To anchor these gains and carry them through your day, finish your sip with this gentle 2-minute ritual. Stand or sit in a peaceful spot. Rest one hand over your heart and the other on your belly, and draw 5 deep, slow breaths. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Exhale through your mouth for 6. Imagining with each out-breath that lingering excess sugar is softly carried away, like leaves drifting down a tranquil stream, leaving your vessels pure and your cells renewed. Then add light movement. Gently shake your arms and legs from the feet upward, or circle your shoulders and wrists to stimulate circulation and lymphatic flow, preventing any stagnation where damage could quietly build. This brief practice not only amplifies the morning flush by encouraging movement throughout your system, but also quiets stress hormones that might otherwise nudge sugar higher. In my decades guiding seniors toward natural longevity, I've learned that health is deeply tied to preserving independence, the ability to tend your garden without tiring quickly, share laughter with family without worry, or simply enjoy solitude with a clear mind. By embracing this habit and ritual, you're choosing to safeguard that precious freedom, ensuring you remain the capable, joyful person your loved ones cherish. The quiet reward of waking refreshed, seeing sharply, and moving with ease is profound and sustaining. If this speaks to the part of you longing for more vibrant days, I invite you warmly to try it starting tomorrow. Just 7 consistent mornings, and notice what shifts. Share in the comments what you've been experiencing lately, whether it's vision fog, low energy, or restless nights. Your words might light the way for someone else here. If this resonated, subscribing brings more trusted guidance on thriving naturally after 60 right to you. You're not facing this alone, and with these gentle tools, brighter, more independent years are within reach. Thank you for spending this time with me. Here's to clearer vision, steadier strength, and the longevity you richly deserve. Take good care, my friend.